Okay, thank you, Mr. Terry, and good afternoon. Our Unified Command and our partners, just thank you not only for being here, but for what you have consistently done over months and months in preparation for Mardi Gras 2025. You know, we started this with Super Gras, meaning focusing on Super Bowl and transitioning into Mardi Gras. And I think that it was absolutely a test run for us for Mardi Gras as we stood up the Super Bowl parade. But thank you for what you do. So first of all, we know that we're battle tested, you know, and we're just looking forward to a healthy and a safe and fun Mardi Gras season for everyone to enjoy, of course, our residents and visitors alike. We know that we're built to host and we're second to none at it. We also know, and as I mentioned, we've come off the heels of a successful Sugar Bowl, successful Super Bowl, and we're just now ready and prepared for the greatest free show on earth right here, Mardi Gras 2025 in the city of New Orleans. And just thanking our crews, our captains of crews, the mayor's Mardi Gras advisory leadership for again leaning in and getting us prepared for where we are today and what we will be on full display the upcoming 2 weeks. As you know, our people continue to be our greatest assets, and you're going to hear from many of our leaders here this afternoon, letting you know how we're prepared and also how we need the public to also be responsible and adhere to the messaging that comes from leadership and, of course, the city of New Orleans. Make no mistake about it. Ordinances affiliated with the city of New Orleans will be followed and will be enforced. We have boots on the ground literally in all areas of our parade routes, but this is one of our first moments in our history to where Mardi Gras is a Tier 1 rated event. And so that means additional resources and assets at the federal level. And of course, we just remain connected at our state and of course, local level and partners affiliated with that. I will have Commissioner Bill Bratton and his team will be on the ground as well, just as another layer of public safety and experts that have been engaged over since January 1. So with that, I am going to ask Colin Arnold, our Director of Homeland Security, to start us off. But before I do that, I did want to acknowledge and give you one mention. On tomorrow morning, and this is in coordination and collaboration with the Louisiana State Police and under the leadership of Lieutenant Montalongo. Thank you. We will be relocating the memorial of our January 1 victims. This will begin on tomorrow, but I need you to know that it is in coordination and with real reverence with the families and victims of January 1. So I didn't want this to happen where you think that, oh, it's just we didn't talk to anyone, it was uncoordinated. No, it's coordinated. There will be proper signage placed. But the good news is this, it warms my heart again in reverence. The Presbyterian Museum, State Museum, will be the location of the site, I would say, in terms of how we continue to memorialize our victims. And so more information will be forthcoming, but I did want to use this opportunity to notify, of course, the media, but the public in terms of what will happen and what they will see happening. So without further ado, Colin, please come forward.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your leadership, Mayor. Good morning. Just to start off, it's cold out. We're currently activated. The freeze plan's activated for the city of New Orleans. All of our traditional shelters that service the unhoused community are open. Are nearing capacity, so we will have tonight a warming center available at the Rosenwald Recreation Center on Earhart Boulevard, and that will run overnight tonight. Good news is that as we progress past tonight, which will be very chilly again, light freeze on the South Shore, the temperatures are going to gradually increase throughout the next couple of days up into the 70s by Sunday and Monday. So we are looking at some pretty good weather for Mardi Gras. We were briefed by the National Weather Service and informed that the only chance of rain through the next week is on this coming Sunday. Now, it is in the afternoon during what will be probably parade time. However, it's about a 50-60% chance of light rain, no thunderstorms, and not the wind is negligible as well. So we think that we shouldn't have any issue with parades this weekend, and that the temperature is going to continue to keep going. So
we're going to continue to lean on the witch doctor.
That's right. That's right. We're going to thread the needle like we always do.
Yes.
The primary responsibility of the Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness is the coordination of information and communications amongst all of our contingent of city, state, and federal partners, and all working together to keep the 2025 Carnival season safe. We do this through the city's Emergency Operations Center, which will be running all days and nights of the parade schedule over the next 2 weeks. For the first time, as the mayor said, in history, we've been a Sear 2 for Mardi Gras weekend in the past. All of Carnival season this year, the official Carnival season, is a Sear 1 special event recognized by the Department of Homeland Security and all of our federal partners, and that extends from March 21st through, February 21st through March 4th. All the federal resources, for the most part, that you saw for the Super Bowl will be visible and behind the scenes in specialized teams. This greatly enhances our capability to ensure a safe Mardi Gras. So obviously, safety is our number one concern. You've seen some media lately about some of the things about parade route enforcement. I just want the public to really take heed and listen to what we're asking. We want to talk about some of the safety issues and some of the things that are not allowed on public property during Mardi Gras. Open flames or barbecues of any kind. Okay, tent structures with sides, upholstered furniture, generators, any type of confetti or a confetti launching device, whether it's paper or Mylar. No Mylar at all, no Mylar balloons, no Mylar confetti. No scaffolding, no platforms, no ladders over 6 feet tall. We've all heard these for years. And no unattended coolers. And I really want to make a distinction about leaving coolers unattended. Bring them if you have them, keep them near you. But if you do see an unattended cooler and you're getting that sense that there's nobody there, please report that immediately to the NOPD's non-emergency line, which is 504-821-2222. We encourage everyone to remain vigilant. If you see something, say something. If it's an emergency, do not hesitate to call 911. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is we debuted it during Super Bowl. It's our NOLA Ready app. It's available both on Apple and Android. This is a really great tool. With one button, you can report suspicious activity. You can call 911. You can visit our website. You can look at the weather. You can look at street closures, flooding, energy outages, sewage and water board. RouteWise is on there, so you can track parades. You can make a report to 311. This is just going to be a great tool. We're going to have this at the hotels with QR code to download it. It takes a second to download, and it puts a lot of information at your fingertips. And this is kind of what we worked with the mayor and with the council about, bringing communications in tighter and making communications more accessible. So please, consider with the public downloading the app. And then a lot of these things we're talking about, see something, say something, and reporting unattended coolers, and really reporting something to 911 if it's an emergency is something you can do right away with your phone. For Mardi Gras alerts, you can obviously register at any time at the website, ready.nola.gov. You can register for alerts on the app. If you want Mardi Gras specific alerts, and this is for both our residents and really predominantly for our visitors that come into town that maybe don't want to get all of the other alerts that we send out by texting NOLA Ready to 77295. You can text Mardi Gras, one word, Mardi Gras, to 77295, and you'll receive specific alerts related to parade routes, delays, cancellations, weather, and the like specific to Mardi Gras. So if that's something you're interested in, please text Mardi Gras to 77295. Our entire goal, all of this team that has worked here, and including this morning briefing the mayor, we just want everyone to have a safe and successful carnival season, and when we're here for you. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. And absolutely, you see something, say something. And I would have to say our hospitality industry, our employees have spent hours training, preparing themselves to be more proactive and confident in their ability to, when they see something, to say something. Without further ado, I'm going to ask Superintendent Kirkpatrick to come forward. Chief Ann?
Thank you. All right, well, happy Mardi Gras season to everybody. So let's talk about what we're going to do for your safety. And I think obviously we are a team, and LSP and the Colonel's going to speak to you as well, but we are a team in this. And so that's not only with our state partners, but with our Sheriff's Office, and the chief is here from OPSO, who's going to represent. And JPSO is a big partner with us as well. HSI is the lead agency on SEER 1, okay? And yet, so you're going to see much of the same package, I would call it a package, of safety resources and assets that you saw at Super Bowl, okay? You're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see National Guard again. You're going to, in the French Quarter, and I'll have the Colonel address that a little bit more with you because that's really a state asset. But with respect to NOPD, we have, as you know, we have 900 officers on this department. 600 of them are assigned to Mardi Gras Parade. 300 need to be handling the rest of the city. And so we still have to service our city. And so, but we're 100% all hands on deck. They're going to be working 12-hour shifts, and be thinking about that. Think about that officer standing out there at a barricade for all those hours. And so they're here to serve you. We tell our officers, you're the #1 ambassador of our city. So, enjoy the public, but also we're going to ask you to be thinking about them as well. They're going to get tired, but they're going to be here to serve them. But treat them well because they deserve being treated well. They're the best police department in this country, bar none, and I'm very, very proud of them. Now, we will actually have, from our other partners, we're going to have K9, we're going to have bomb dogs out there. We're going to have approximately 100 officers who will be in plain clothes, and you will not know that they're there. And they will be embedded in the crowds to be watchful. You're going to see SWAT teams. You are going to see beer cats. You're going to see those type of things. But please, for the public, don't worry about that. They are your protectors. Just come have a good time, okay? Let us be the ones just taking care of you. So do not be disturbed by the presence of your law enforcement community. Okay, we're just here to make sure that you know that you are safe and that you can also feel safe. But then I do want to talk about a couple of things to underscore for our community and our visitors. Do not put your drones up. The only drones that are going to fly on the parade route will be ours or our HSIs or state police. Do not put your drones up. If you put your drones up, we're going to come get them. Okay? So we have the technology to address that, either to bring it down or to at least be able to find the pilot and address the pilot. So don't waste your time. And then I do want to underscore the ordinance of our city regarding what Colin Arnold addressed and the mayor addressed associated with what is prohibited on a parade route this year. Y'all, that's the will of the city. That's the will of the public. You are the ones who've asked for this, and therefore we're going to follow up on that, particularly these grills, these tents, all of that. Y'all, don't put us in a position. I don't want to be the hard, person that comes and enforces this ordinance, but I want, we would just prefer you don't do it. But I will. So we don't want to. Please don't put your police department in a position to enforce. It will be your choice. If you put us in a position, we will enforce, okay? So please don't. Let's just have a good time, all right? So if someone comes around, an officer or other members of the department of the city say, hey, take your ladder down or push it back or go put your grill up, cooperate. Don't bring it in the first place. But if you do, and you don't cooperate, then we're going to take it. Okay? Why, make a fun day not so fun for you? All right. I believe with that, there's one other point I'm going to make, and then you may, after this briefing, want to have a little bit more detail. There's going to be a major change in terms of St. Charles during parade, okay? And this is what the change is going to be. We got a little map here, and that's why I'm saying after this briefing, you may want to talk to particularly our team about this. We are going to have a vehicle mitigation approach. I'm going to put this right here on St. Charles. And what we mean by this is we're going to put barriers out on St. Charles on the non-parade side. Okay, everybody following me? And it's going to be a serpentine course. A serpentine means you're going to weave it like a snake. So it's weaving around barricades. That will slow traffic. Yeah, thank you, Mayor. That will slow anybody down who thinks they're going to use a vehicle as a weapon. Okay? Now, we're going to have a lot of officers out there. We're going to have SWAT teams out there. But this will impact the community that lives on St. Charles, but you'll still be able to travel St. Charles. You're just going to have to slow it down and weave the course, okay? And afterwards, like I said, this briefing, we can have a little bit more detail with you or give you a close-up of that. And with that, I'm going to sit down, okay? All right.
Chief.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And, which remains consistent, this is about public safety. So I'm going to keep going, and I have Sheriff Goodley, who's here. I'm about to call him Chief. Chief, oh, you still a chief? Me too. Sheriff Goodley.
Good afternoon, all. Chris Goodley on behalf of the Arlington Parish Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Susan Hudson. We are ready and willing to assist. This will be our third year assisting the New Orleans Police Department, providing over 200 additional law enforcement personnel from 25 different external agencies coming into the city to assist us, from Abbeville to Washington Parish. These deputies will support the NOPD along the parade route and assist with street closures as needed within the operational plan for every parade day during carnival seating. We are having a press conference tomorrow at 11. We will be activating our mobile booking station. That press conference will be at 334 Raw Street on the side of the station where we have our mobile booking station lined up, and we will be providing more information on those external resources at that time. But with that being said, we are always ready, willing to assist, and happy carnival season. Everybody see something, say something, no matter, regardless of the uniform. That's the message. You see something, you say something. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Sheriff. Okay, and we're going to keep going. Colonel Hodges, thank you so much for your partnership being here.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent, Louisiana State Police. For the 2025 Carnival season, Louisiana State Police will again team up with the City of New Orleans, the New Orleans Police Department, as well as numerous federal, state, and other local agencies. The long-standing partnership with the city spans over 50 years. It's vital to the success of major events such as Mardi Gras, Sugar Bowl, Essence Festival, Super Bowl, and other large-scale gatherings that draw significant crowds. Louisiana State Police is deploying over 150 troopers, beginning Friday, February 28th, through Wednesday, March 5th, to support the City of New Orleans, ensuring that key areas such as the French Quarter, the Central Business District, and local highways. To enhance our traditional uniform presence, troopers assigned to specialized sections such as air support, drone, motors, SWAT, and K-9 will join forces as part of a comprehensive public safety initiative. Additionally, LSP personnel will be assigned to the Real-Time Crime Center and the Louisiana State Police Fusion Center to support ongoing crime prevention and criminal apprehension efforts. LSP has coordinated with the Governor's Office of Homeland Security, the Louisiana National Guard, and the NOPD to implement the French Quarter Enhanced Security Zone. As stated earlier, this is just like Super Bowl. With that being said, it will span from Canal Street to St. Anne on Bourbon, including Royal and Dauphine Streets. Within the zone, no ice chests or coolers will be allowed. Additionally, other large containers larger than 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches will be subject to search. Again, that's an enhanced security zone. We will have a public release on that after this conference where everyone can take a look at the map just as we did for Super Bowl. We look forward to Mardi Gras and a festival carnival season. However, public safety is always paramount. If you witness anything suspicious or potentially hazardous, please alert law enforcement. As stated earlier, there will be many uniformed law enforcement agencies throughout the city. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind everyone that Mardi Gras takes place across Louisiana. Therefore, there will still be other troopers across our state in 7 major troop and city areas that will be supporting other local police agencies and sheriff's officers to ensure all of Louisiana is safe for Mardi Gras. Remember, if you see something, say something. The public plays a vital role in keeping us safe. We need your help. Thank you again, and happy Mardi Gras.
Thank you, Colonel. Thank you, Colonel. And it's just, I'd love to say, and so that people understand that I remain in constant communication with Governor Landry, and we talked just yesterday again in terms of public safety, City of New Orleans. So thank you for the partnership. Okay, I'm going to ask Chief Nelson, New Orleans Fire Department, to come forward. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. As you've heard, Mardi Gras is a team effort from the public safety aspect, and the law enforcement are the stars. They're the ones that really have the heavy lift for Mardi Gras. But from the fire department side and from the rest of the city public safety and support team, we really try to support them and do whatever we can behind the scenes to eliminate any burden or ancillary tasks that law enforcement might do otherwise so that they can focus on the front lines. But I think a lot of people don't know or forget that the fire department also has a law enforcement and code enforcement role. So if you indulge me for a minute, I just want to talk about some of the things that we're going to be out there doing this Mardi Gras to make sure everyone is safe. We'll be inspecting all of the floats to make sure they have all of the proper equipment, the safety equipment, etc. We inspect all of the flambeaux, and we also monitor when they're lit to make sure that it's safely, they're functioning properly before they go and are carried down the parade route. We support sanitation and NOPD by providing an escort for the sanitation details that clean up after the parades. And to touch on that, a lot of people get frustrated after the parades pass, right? They see the flashing lights on our cars and the police cars, and they still go around them and get stuck in the trash in between the heavy equipment that's cleaning up. So please, be patient. The sanitation team does a phenomenal job. They work quickly and efficiently and get those streets clean, so just be patient. They'll get them cleaned, and then you can go on about your way. We'll be doing barricade placement in coordination with NOPD before and after the parades. to make sure that the streets are properly blocked. We'll have medical sprint car staffing in coordination with NOEMS in the hospitality area and wherever else needed. We'll be inspecting every Mardi Gras stand in the city to make sure that they're constructed properly and that they're safe, not blocking any fire hydrants, etc. Mobile food vendors. So the fire department has a role in the certification of any mobile food trucks and permitting of mobile food vendors. And our team will be out on the routes doing sweeps prior to the parade, like every year, checking those mobile food vendors. Anyone out there serving hot food on the route, making sure they're properly licensed. If it's a food truck, making sure they're properly licensed and have been inspected. And our team will be out there checking that. They'll also, while they're out there, they're going to be looking for gas or diesel generators, which are not allowed on the parade route on the public property. They'll be checking for blocked hydrants, etc. Grills, as Director Arnold mentioned earlier, grills are not allowed on public property, right? And this is not trying to put a damper on anyone's fun, right? This is something that the fire department pushed very strenuously for in the ordinance because the grills are dangerous. You have someone cooking on a neutral ground while kids are running up and down after beads, right? And so our firefighters and New Orleans EMS are the ones that are responding to those medical calls and those kids get injured because someone wants to cook on a neutral ground, right? So we've removed all of that. If your grill is not on private property, right, then it's not allowed, and you'll be asked to remove it or the city will remove it. Fire watch details. Our firefighters will be out at all of the venues around the city with the Mardi Gras balls and everything with the capacity just to make sure that everyone is safe at these different venues. Particularly looking forward to Endymion this year as they're back in the Superdome. That'll be with the new configuration, so that's something we'll definitely be keeping an eye on. Our special operations teams sweep the parade routes before every parade. We check for, we do air monitoring and radiological monitoring. You know, I think a lot of people don't know that, but we sweep those routes just to make sure they're safe. And like every year, we have the 60-second civil support team in town that will be working with our team. They bring additional resources, a mobile laboratory, and just a ton of equipment and skills that if we need it and something happens, we have that on site here in the city. Finally, I just want a couple of reminders from the safety aspect for people going to the parades and viewing the parades. Please remember to pay attention and mind the barriers between the tandem floats. You know, we've seen some horrific accidents in the past, which is why we instituted those barriers, and I think people kind of forget about them, so just pay attention to those barriers. You know, the parades are going to be moving very quickly. NOPD is keeping them flowing on time this year for safety reasons, as well as efficiency, so just mind those barriers so you don't get caught up in between the floats. And finally, for anyone riding in the parade this year, please, please, please remember, wear your safety harness, right? If you go to the restroom or you have to take it off, put it back on when you get back in your position, because we don't want to see anyone fall off of the float. When someone falls off of the float, they normally go head first over the side of the float and land on their head, and it's horrific. So please just remember when you're riding, wear your safety harness so that we can make sure everyone has a safe and happy Mardi Gras. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief. It's a demonstration to how complex, just hosting Mardi Gras is, and how this is really for everyone's safety. And absolutely relative to the losses that we had several years ago, Mr. Joe, Miss Geraldine, those are the people who lost their lives, never be forgotten. But it's always, we're wanting to be better every time, and this is a testament to that. I will ask Dr. Meg Marino to please come forward, EMS.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are ready at New Orleans EMS. We are fully staffed, and we stand ready for the start of parades this weekend. We will be working 12 to 14-hour shifts with full staff activation. On each parade day, in addition to our regular City 911 coverage, we will have units posted along all the parade routes in ambulances, bikes, SUVs, ambulance carts, at first aid stations, and even on foot. So you may see our teams and myself even with our backpacks on going from call to call. Please only call 911 for emergencies, for police, fire, and medical emergencies. This is really important. If you have a non-medical emergency, please call 311. This allows us to keep the lines open for those people who are having really severe medical emergencies. We've got a few safety tips. We want to make sure that you're staying aware of your surroundings. We want to make sure that you're keeping track of your family, your friends, and especially your kiddos. Please, please, please keep track of your kiddos. We get a lot of lost kiddos every year, and we want to make sure that if you do have a child in your group, please make sure that they have maybe their phone number, safety pin to the back of their shirt, or some way to get in touch with you if you do get lost. Have a meeting place, and it's really important to respect those barricades. Our amazing police team and fire department are spending a lot of effort putting up these barricades. They're there for a reason. They're there to keep you safe. Please, please, please follow the instructions and respect the barricades. Be careful with kids on ladders. We see a lot of falls every year, so please keep your kids on ladders. And as Chief Nelson said, it's important if you're on a parade float to go ahead and make sure that your safety harness is on. You don't want to be the person falling off of the parade float. It's really important that we do everything that we can to keep everybody safe. And please have a designated driver or use a taxi or ride share. And on behalf of New Orleans EMS, have a happy and safe Mardi Gras. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Meg. And we're going to keep it going. I'm going to ask Carl Fosholt to come up. Orleans Parish Communications District, 911-311.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody. We want everybody to have a great Mardi Gras. We want everybody to have fun. But if something does go wrong and you need to call 911, we'll be there. We're going to be upstaffed and have lots of people to answer calls, but we can't always have enough people for every call that comes in. If your call rolls to the queue and you get an announcement that says all operators are busy, don't hang up and call back. Stay on the line. You're in queue, you're going to be answered. If you hang up, you end up at the end of the queue and delay us being able to get help to you. If you use OnStar or another notification service like that, tell their operator to stay on the phone if you hear that in the background, because we've had an issue with that in the past. So the most important thing is my ECSs want to get your information. They want to talk to you. Stay on the line. Likewise, if you happen to accidentally call 911, stay on the line. Don't, oh shoot, and hang up. Because if your call shows up as an abandoned one, we have to call back to reach you to find out if you have an emergency. It's a lot easier for my ECS to have you say, oh no, this is Ms. Smith and I accidentally dialed 911, everything is fine. Okay, great, thank you very much. And we'll move on to the next call. Our cloud-native Carbine 911 call handling system automatically drops a link to your phone if you call 911. If you click on that link, it'll ask you for permission to share your location and possibly photos or video. Please click on that link so that my ECS can know exactly where you are. Because of the way phones work with privacy, you have to give permission for it, and so you can send pictures or video if we need them. That permission only lasts for the duration of the call. As soon as you hang up, we can't find out where you are, we can't see your pictures, we can't do anything else about it. But it's vitally important that you click on that link if possible, if you have to call 911. Finally, a personal request. For both my ECSs, my personnel, and all the public safety personnel working together to make this a safe Mardi Gras. Remember, we are all your neighbors, your friends, our kids are on the same sports teams, etc. So if you call, if an officer has to ask you to move your grill, etc., please be nice, be polite, treat our public safety personnel as you would like to be treated by them, because oftentimes when people are working really long hours, we turn into mirrors. So if you're nice to us, we're going to, by default, be really nice to you. We're going to try to be nice all the time. But if you start escalating, and we have no choice but to make sure that grill gets off the route, that platform is gone, that tent is gone for safety purposes. So please, 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 remember, we're doing this to keep it safe for everybody. So let's all be nice to each other, and everybody can have a great time at Mardi Gras. Thank you very much.
Mardi Gras is always a great time to just show love, choose love. Yeah, I'm telling you. We're going to keep it going. Dr. Jennifer Vegno, of course, our New Orleans Health Department. Thank you, Dr. Vegno.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
The health department is pleased once again this carnival season to be partnering with New Orleans EMS, with NOLA Ready volunteers, our Medical Reserve Corps, the American Red Cross, and our official sponsor, LCMC Health, to provide first aid stations along the route. These stations are designed to provide immediate medical assistance for minor injuries, things like dehydration, heat exhaustion, maybe not today, but and other non-life-threatening conditions. And what they allow us is to have sort of a general initial look by trained personnel to help alleviate strain on the local hospital, and also to be in communication with our EMS partners to know when someone needs an escalation of care. What will they have at the first aid station? Again, everybody will be trained in basic life support and CPR, basic injury care. We will have right close by our EMS personnel if someone needs to be transported. And we'll also have some very minor supplies, things like Band-Aids and first aid essentials, sunscreen, ice packs. We'll have COVID test kits, hand sanitizer, and some sort of other branded items. New for 2025, we're excited to offer some additional services for folks on the route. LCMC Health is sponsoring a nursing nest at every parade first aid station during all parades. This is an enclosed space that is private for our breastfeeding moms and babies. And having been one, this is something that I think will be very appreciated. So it's a clean, quiet space for you to come with your baby, relax, breastfeed, take a little rest, escape the madness for a while. We're also partnering, starting Muses Thursday and throughout Mardi Gras Day, with Culture City to provide sensory-friendly bags. So for those of you who have family members who have sensory issues, or who might like Mardi Gras but are overwhelmed in crowds, or just need some tools to help them enjoy the parade, come by one of the first aid stations, and we'll be happy to give you one of our sensory bags. Where are the first aid locations? I'm going to list out the addresses, but of course they'll be put out by NOLA Ready and everywhere else. So on the Uptown route, every Uptown parade day or night, we have 4: Louisiana and St. Charles, St. Andrew and St. Charles, the Circle at Howard and St. Charles, and then Canal Street at St. Charles. For Endymion only, we are adding a parade. Usually we have 2 stations. We'll have 3 this year. North Hennessy and Orleans, Norman C. Francis and Canal, that's a new location, South Galvez and Canal, and then we'll have the ones at the Circle and Canal Street as well. And I would just ask again on the subject of kindness and respect and having a good time. We set up those stations every day. And we need to get a big truck from the Red Cross in to offload and reload every day. It's a big operation. So we really do need that space blocked off. And although it might look like prime real estate, particularly for Endymion, it's really important to respect those barricades so that we don't have to ask you to move when it's time. We want to be there. We want to be able to provide care to everyone. So we just ask that you please respect the space. We will have big red tents. That's how you'll be able to know where we are. And that's a hub for lost children. So if we do have a lost child situation, what we generally do is try to use those as a hub to reunite families. So just look for the tents. And then finally, I would be remiss if I didn't remind everyone that we are still in respiratory virus season. And although we are doing a little bit better than we were over the last several weeks, we all know someone who is sick with the flu, possibly COVID, or any number of our very transmissible respiratory viruses. It is not too late to get your flu shot if you haven't. They are available at all of our major pharmacies, generally for free. Many physicians' offices have them. So if you plan on heading out to parades and being around people and you haven't protected yourself or your loved ones, I would urge you to do so. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vegno. And we're going to keep it going. I'm going to ask Matt Torrey, our Director of Sanitation. Thank you, Matt.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Immediately following the end of each parade, the Department of Sanitation will initiate parade cleanup along the route. We will have, at a peak of over 500 laborers, over 100 pieces of heavy equipment facilitating that parade cleanup. And in doing so, we ask the public's cooperation with expeditiously exiting the parade route once the parade's over and staying clear of it until we complete parade cleanup to ensure the safety of our crews. We aim to complete parade cleanup along the entire route within 3 hours at the end of the parade. We're confident we'll be able to do that again this year. As was mentioned from other city leaders, that there's several things we ask of residents. Absolutely refrain from leaving hot coals along the parade route. This is a common issue year in out where residents will dump hot coals amongst debris. We inadvertently pick it up and it ignites a fire in some of our heavy equipment. Also, and hopefully this goes without saying, human waste should never be left on the parade route. Buckets, containers, and such filled with human waste are a hazard to our employees. Please use the facilities that are along the parade route as needed and refrain from leaving any of those materials with us. The city's Department of Office and Resilience and Sustainability has the Recycled DAT program again this year, which they're spearheading. So we encourage all residents to take advantage of the recycling opportunities along the parade routes for the days that'll be happening. You can view that information at recycledat.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. And another key component is the Department of Parkways. And I'll ask Director Michael Karam to come forward. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thanks, Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody. Two things. One, to reiterate was what was said by Colin, Chief Kirkpatrick, and Superintendent Nelson. Section 3433, which references what's allowed on the neutral ground and the public right-of-way, and also when it's allowed, for the public information will be placed on signage on each block of the parade route on St. Charles and Napoleon, and every other block along the Endymion route this year, so that the public can have that information along with a QR code linking to NOLA Ready's website, so that information can be made available to the public without asking too many questions. It'll be made more available so that people can know what to bring and when to bring it. In addition, NOPD will be patrolling the routes for more than 4 hours before the parade to ensure that those routes are not set up ahead of time. And regarding the city's tree canopy, the Department of Parks and Parkways Forestry Division has worked very hard this year, over 11 weeks and over 1,500 trims to ensure that the parades move smoothly and safely. We've worked closely with Mardi Gras crews, with NOPD, with communications providers to ensure that there's proper clearance along every route. And also our teams will be stationed, in addition to at St. Charles and Louisiana, along Jefferson and Magazine at that turn this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. All right, I want to ask our partner with the Regional Transit Authority, Ms. Lorna Hankins. Please come.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. The RTA is really prepared for Mardi Gras. Most of our detours have been in place for decades now. So our focus is to keep our people moving safely and efficient. And when we have to make adjustments, we're asking our riders to take a look at the app. Our Mardi Gras guide is up and on our website, and also to use our ride line, 248-RIDE. Bus detours will begin 2 hours before each parade and stay in effect until it's cleared. On the first weekend for streetcars, the first weekend, we will be able to run up to 2 hours before each parade until the crowds build and we have to suspend. Starting the week before Mardi Gras, we're looking at Thursday, February 27th, suspending streetcars and utilizing bus service instead of the streetcars due to the crowds and the things. But we're really asking folks to stay off the tracks. The streetcar is not just for tourists, it is how our workers get to and from work, so it's really critical that our young folks who get excited and want to camp out and do the things they do during Mardi Gras hold off from creating crowds on streetcars. You can stay informed. Our ferry service. We will be having additional ferry service at the canal to Algiers route during every night of the parade. We'll add the second vehicle, and we will have extended hours. The last route will be at 12:15, but you can check our website for more details as well. Riders can stay informed, as I said, via our website, and we can also sign up for text alerts to RTA updates, to text that to 41411. And our operators are also trained in the see something, say something. So if there is, and we have the mechanism to get a hold of 911. So even if it happens along the route, you can flag down one of our buses to communicate and have a safe and happy Mardi Gras.
Thank you, Lorna. And last but certainly not least, and a strong partner with the city of New Orleans in hosting major events in our city, New Orleans and Company. Ms. Kelly Schultz, please come.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. On behalf of New Orleans and Company and the entire hospitality community of New Orleans, we are excited and ready to welcome the world to our city for Mardi Gras and show them why we are built to host. Mardi Gras falls later this calendar year, which is good for us in terms of visitors. We're expecting very strong hotel occupancy. To give you an idea, our Saturday night occupancy for the second weekend is projected to be at 95%, and that compares to 83% that same night last year. We are still actively promoting, inviting visitors to come. Of course, we just had a multi-billion-dollar ad campaign around the world for New Orleans, which was the Super Bowl. So we're expecting a lot of visitors, and we know that that means very strong economic impact. Tulane University did a survey last year and determined that Mardi Gras alone brings $900 million in economic impact every year. For every $1 the city invests in Mardi Gras, it returns $2.64. And it not only affects New Orleans, it benefits the entire state of Louisiana to the tune of about $14.3 million in additional tax revenues. So it is a benefit for our entire state. We are going to be doing a lot of PR as we do to get the word out about a successful Mardi Gras and also invite visitors to come for the future. NBC's Today Show will be here. Their third hour will be doing a broadcast that will go live on the Today Show on February 28th. We are hosting international journalists from the UK, Australia, New Zealand, other places who are going to come and ride an Orpheus. We've tried to articulate to them what that experience is going to be like, and it's hard to explain until they actually do it. So that will bring us positive press around the world. And then we also, in New Orleans, we say that we welcome everyone. We are inclusive and welcoming and open to all. And that includes those who may have sensory needs. We're happy to be partnering with the Beignet Fest, and there will be a sensory activation vehicle available this year at at St. George's Episcopal on February 22nd and 23rd. So as Dr. Avegno said, if someone in your family maybe can become overwhelmed by the sights or sounds, the sensory activation vehicle will provide a sort of place of respite for them for a little while. And then finally, we also want Mardi Gras to be more sustainable. So we're happy to be involved in Recycle Dat for the third year in a row. The program is growing this year. There will be something called Recycle World at the corner of St. Charles and Louisiana Avenue. So our visitors appreciate that they can come and enjoy the city and have fun, but also be responsible and make sure that we're disposing of all of our aluminum cans and beads and everything else in a responsible, sustainable way. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. And visitors are, they choose where they visit. And when they can align their goals with ours, meaning the level of sustainability, they choose New Orleans. And we've seen that time and time again. As Kelly mentioned, yes, we are a welcoming city. And we want to make sure, hey, no matter who you are, who you love, or even your level of disability, the city of New Orleans has our accessible stands and viewing stands for those, again, living with disabilities who are welcomed, and they will be safe and loved on. And so with that, that completes, it was a very long but very informative press conference. A lot goes into it, and I tell you, this was in less than an hour, but the countless hours that our teams have put into hosting Mardi Gras is just really second to none. So with that, Mr. Terry, we'll go to Q&A if there's any questions.
We'll do one quick round. Jordan, we'll start with you.
Yeah, you all had mentioned it, how the New Orleans City Council passed a resolution last week saying that the NOPD may have to prioritize security over quality of life when it comes to these prohibited items along the route. And this may be a question for the superintendent. Kind of sounds like you all want to make it clear this isn't a get out of jail free card. Still don't bring those things. You all have public safety and this covered.
What we're making clear is that we're going to be enforcing the ordinances and laws for this city. It has everything to do with public safety and quality control. Everyone, we want them to have a good time, but you know what? We need them to be responsible. The laws are there for a reason. Most of them have come through our public safety team that has then gone through the New Orleans City Council to then become a law. We're going to enforce the law. We also know that consistency is key. We want our people to understand that we mean what we say, and it's for their safety. So, New Orleans Police Department will continue to do what they've always done, enforce the laws, as well as working with other departments on enforcement as well. Anything you want to add, Chief?
No.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Chris?
Yeah, this question is either for you, Mayor, or Superintendent Kirkpatrick. But just before noon, the Office of Inspector General released a report saying that essentially the New Orleans Police Department's failure to report accurate crime statistics in accordance with state law has cost the city and its nonprofit partners nearly $1.1 million, including grant money used to support crime victims. Any response to that?
So, first of all, I'm not familiar with the report you said that just came out before 12 p.m.
So the OIG didn't give.
And this is the who? The OIG you're talking about? Okay, it's his report, and it's his report. I have no knowledge about it, but absolutely will review it without, but again, it's his report.
So they never gave you all a copy of the letter?
I just told you that I know nothing about the report that you just mentioned. You said that it was released prior to 12 p.m., meaning this press conference.
Okay, Chris, let's.
I've told you what, hey, it's the OIG, not surprised, unfortunately.
As I said at the beginning, that's not a part of today's press conference, but you got it in, and it's okay.
Yeah.
We will move on, and the NOPD will get you more information later in the day regarding that. Ariel?
Yes, Mayor, I think this is probably more so for Chief Kirkpatrick. Regarding the vehicle mitigation system that you guys are putting on St. Charles, maybe you already mentioned it, and if you did, I apologize. When will you guys start that serpentine course? When will that be laid out?
Yeah, I'm gonna, either one of you,
Right, we're preparing to
They're
actually
putting
do
it
that
out.
now.
Go ahead, if you
Okay?
wanna give a
Chief, you
specific
want to
time.
come up, but this is something that we're putting in place prior to parade, so which start tomorrow. So of course the activations have to begin on today. Chief?
That's correct. We're gonna get with everyone that needs to help us as far as putting those barriers up, and we hope to have it all in place prior to the parade. So that's what it'll be like. We also stress there's gonna be some inconvenience for some people going down St. Charles, but they'll be able to get through. So we recommend wherever you go, need to get there ahead of time or try to get there earlier. With that, that's really all we have right now is we're gonna start placing these things.
Patience. Patience for public safety.
I have a quick question with the memorial. What can we expect for signage for that memorial and when should we put up?
Well, what you can expect is for people to be notified that it's been moved or relocated, if you will, to the Presbyterian Museum, and in partnership with the state of Louisiana. And we can reassure our people, our public, our victims that they're not forgotten and that we did do this with reverence in mind, and of course a place 24 hours that will be dedicated to those that we lost.
Will there be any signage, I guess, at Bourbon and Canal Street to kind of, just memorialize that area
Oh, absolutely. Well, there will be signage letting the public know where the memorial has been relocated to.
Oh, like I meant like kind of like a permanent, like I didn't know if there was
Not before Mardi, not for carnival season. And I would say, in terms of a permanent, that is still a work in progress. But what is consistent is our love, our thoughts, our prayers, and reverence relative to the victims of Jan 1.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you all. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much.
You want the map.